If I could describe the Get My Life tour in one word, it would be vulnerability. Showing up for yourself is so important. Welcome to the Get My Life tour. I'm your host, Lydia T. Blanco. Hey y'all, and welcome to the Get My Life tour. It is me, your host, Lydia T. Blanco, and as always, I'm hype, I'm excited, I'm elated, I am jovial. Am I jovial? Yeah, I am. I'm really just thrilled that you are tuned in with your heart. You know, I am high off of the weekend, honestly. I have been celebrating my birthday probably for a week now, honestly, and I have been so full from my festivities, y'all. I had dinner with family. I ended up planning this boho chic, glamorous outdoor gathering in downtown Napa in both days, okay? Friday and Saturday was incredible. And today, or by the time you'll hear this, yesterday, celebrated Juneteenth in San Francisco, in Hunters Point, in the Double Rock area at Gilman Park. It was incredible to see the amount of people out there. It was a positive vibe. Saw a couple of people from high school, middle school. It was lit. I was like, oh my goodness, this is what old San Francisco feels like. And so it was a great time. You know, I'm still like mind blown that Juneteenth is a national holiday now. Not because I haven't celebrated it before, but just because of everyone who gets to benefit, right? But that's not what this stop is about. I just had to throw that in there because I'm like, if you really want to celebrate Black people, free us from our debts, okay? Let's talk about that. I don't care about day off work, okay? Pay me. How about that, okay? We're not having a conversation about reparations. Oh, all right, okay. So, you know what, honestly, I don't want to belabor this stop of the tour, but what I really want to talk about after planning and experiencing the weekend that I was able to is really about the importance of creating the life that you want to live, but also creating moments that you want to experience. Growing up, I did not have much, and I always remember going out of my way to try to plan a party. I believe at 7 years old, I called everybody in the neighborhood, not on the phone, but literally from outside to their windows if I did not knock on their door. And I told them like, hey, I'm having a party in a park. And I don't know how much money I had. It was less than $20. And I went to the store, bought hot dogs, chips, sodas, and some candies. Do you remember the 2 for $1 pack of candies that they used to sell in the corner store? They had like red labeling and it always said like 2 for $1. No, 2 for 99 cents, something like that. But it had also like the clear cellophane packaging. You could see the candy. Fun fact, I loved the coconut mounds. I know that's like an old person's candy, but I really enjoyed that. So I would pair that with the sour cherry, chewy candies. It was like a nice, sweet, tangy, and salty. Okay, I'm weird. Anyways, y'all don't care about my candy selections. What I'm saying is that I've been planning for a long time. And I've always been super ambitious and determined to just have the experiences that I've wanted to have. But I think it was this birthday and planning for this trip around the sun that I realized that. And I was like, you know what? Creating those moments and creating the life I want to live is so important. And it has been for a very long time, given my background, experiences, my hopes, dreams, desires, what I like, right? The lifestyle. And that's what I really want to remind you of on this stop of the tour. Create those moments. Go out of your way for yourself. You know, I shared with a number of people, like, you know what, I actually never really had anyone plan anything for me. And I know the days will come, right? Because not everyone has had that experience to learn how to be able to do that for other people, right? So that's a gem right there. I'm reminding myself of that right now as I speak to you. Not everyone has had an experience that they've been able to live or enjoy that could prepare them to do that for other people, right? And because I've been in a relationship with people who haven't had those experiences to be able to do that for me, I'm learning that, right? And being in community with other people, having, you know, line sisters, sorors, just colleagues and, you know, acquaintances, all these different people that I've been in community with, you know, I've learned things along the way. And so one of the things I learned is how to show up for myself in moments where I want to have experiences. So I plan, right? You know, a great way to fail or to be disappointed is to not plan. So as you practice creating the life you want to live and the experiences you want to have, you have to plan. Nothing is just going to happen. Right? Showing up for ourselves is a daily practice. I love that Ariana Huffington talks about the micro steps, right? The little things that you can do each and every day to be intentional, but to also create a new habit and hold yourself accountable and as a way to not be hard on yourself, right? And I believe that's how, you know, we should live, right? Or it's one of the ways that we can practice living more fully. I can be very hard on myself. Oh, y'all should have saw me putting together, especially the boho chic outdoor gathering part. I was running from Ross to Ross, TJ Maxx to TJ Maxx, and I was on a budget too. Hello, somebody. And I wanted this certain aesthetic. If you go to Instagram at Lydia T Blanco, you definitely can see what this weekend looks like and get a glimpse. But it just felt so good to plan and to be able to get my idea out of my head and create a space for people to come, not only to celebrate me, right, but to have that experience as well. My brother Bestie made the comment like, you know what, you wanted a rare few, right? Because 97% of the people that go to Napa are there to wine taste. And so some people thought, given my invitation, that they were going to wine taste and have this, you know, upscale experience in Napa. And I was like, I like that. But I was able to create something just as good and something that some people didn't even really imagine, right? They didn't know what they were walking into. They just understood that it was a vibe. You feel me? Like, I am a vibe. Okay. I'm an entire frequency. And that's what people got to experience. But they got to experience that because I planned for that moment. I was very intentional about the invitation, the aesthetic of the invitation, right? Also following up with people about RSVPing. What else? Letting people know that they should prepare for hot weather, where to park, all these things. And the reason why I did that, oh goodness, why am I tripping over my thoughts? Not only because I'm very detail oriented, right? But because I want other people to have a great experience as well, right? And so you set the tone, you set the standard for people when you create a space for them. And then that creates leisure, that creates ease for you and increase. You know, there was an entire stop here on a tour earlier in the season where I spoke about ease and increase. And so when you are creating the life you want to live, when you have ease and increase as standards or as a guiding force, I believe that that's what you receive. Everyone who was there yesterday, everyone who was at the event in Napa and my family on Friday felt this ease. Everything was just smooth, right? And I was like, okay, Lydia, you did that. Of course, giving credit to the Most High, right? Because we are just now coming out of this pandemic, or at least we think we are, right? And so everyone's so excited to be outside. I can't believe how some people look, not in a negative way, right? But I just haven't seen many people's faces. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm staring. I'm trying not to stare. I'm like, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in forever. Oh my gosh, that's what a human looks like. Oh, wow, he's handsome. Okay, sis, I see you, like all of that. But to get back on topic, because y'all know I can flow, I really hope that you take it upon yourself in the coming out of this transformative time, that you begin to plan for yourself. I feel like there's a download happening because we've been living with limitations. A lot of us have been, right? For some people, the last 15 months have been easy, right? Not much has changed, with the exception of the pandemic, right? Which has been real for everyone, but everyone's been impacted differently. For others, myself included, hit hard, okay? Baby, hit hard. And while I believe that I have been living life by design and not default, I am excited and I am definitely grateful for the opportunity to be able to plan more, right? To be able to have more of a clear view and outlook on life, right? And I've been taking the time, and a lot of us have had to go back to the drawing board. But as I think about how I want to live, I'm like, there has to be some structure, some balance, some boundaries, proper planning, time management, self-care, self-love, all of that, in order for me to really fully enjoy myself and others. All right, so I want to leave you more with than just a recap of my birthday, even though it was lit. But the first thing that I want to leave you with is to make up your mind. Make up your mind about how you want your life to look and who you are. More importantly, I have been doing a lot of work. I'm excited to say that I'm back in therapy, in conversation with people, and now hello somebody. But it has been important. It has been essential for me to do my work and to make up my mind about how I want my life to look. It wasn't even that I wasn't decided, but the fact that there was room for indecision and so many other things that I had to work through, I was like, I need to make up my mind. I need to choose, right? And so in this season, as I choose myself, as I choose who and how I am going to show up, being decisive and making up my mind has been key. Confidence is also essential, okay? Confidence is key, as some people will say. I always talk about my admiration for Diddy's level of arrogance. Now, I ain't telling you to go out there and be boisterous, but confidence is really a currency. And so many of us are insufficient. I had been for so long, and I'm still working on my confidence. I show up and I am very much so myself, but at times I've lacked. And I am paying for it, and I have paid for it, right? I'm not like indebted, but here's what I will say is that when you do not believe in yourself, when you root for others louder than you root for yourself, other people notice that and they treat you that way. And that's because that's what you're giving off. Okay. And so I've had to learn that. And at times the hard way. And I'm just like, oh no, Hold on. Okay, I'm dope too. All right, I got this. Yes, I actually have been doing this. Oh, I'm actually trying. Okay, all of that. And so it requires confidence for you to be able to live the life you want to live, because if not, you may not think you're not deserving, quite honestly, right? So also know your worth. Know your worth. I believe that confidence and self-worth go hand in hand. It's almost like you can't have one without the other. You really cannot. And so that'll be my third point. So I mentioned therapy earlier because I'm really excited about being able to do my work and just heal and gain new tools and be more resourceful. But what I want to say as this fourth point or a piece of advice is to find someone to partner with to do your work. I don't necessarily feel comfortable telling people you need to go to therapy. I definitely have been told that, and I'm like, tell me something I don't know. Okay. But there are people who you can partner with. And you know what, before I get into my point, can I just say that we have to stop telling people what they need to do. And we need to stop touting our ability to be able to afford a service and partner with someone to do our work as a badge of honor. Some people are out here flaunting that they're going to therapy like they do their passports. And it's very elitist. And I don't like it. I'm just going to let the record reflect that I don't like that. Right? So back to my original point, right? My little PSA to all of the uppity individuals out there. Please, if you have to, if you need to, if your soul is asking and you know what I'm saying, you feel the tug, find someone who you can partner with. During this pandemic, there have been a lot of free resources or affordable resources, offered to people because it has been a tough time. I have been mentally exhausted, and I don't know, what your experience has been like, right? But being able to find someone to partner with to do your work so that you can become more clear and heal and grow, that is unmatched, honestly, right? I am so grateful for the individual who I'm able to partner with, and I'm looking forward to continuing to do the work, right? So, fourth point, find somebody to partner with to do your work. All right, so here's my fifth and final point. And I've said this before, it's nothing new, but it's very real. And this is becoming more apparent to me as I create the life that I want to live. And it's that everybody can't go. I feel like that has been repeated a number of times here on the Get My Life Tour and in the universe, on the internet, all of these different places, right? And it is so true, right? As you are creating the life you want to live, as you are trusting and believing that your creator, the Most High, your maker, is the head of your life and trusts you to create the life that you want to live, right? Everybody does not fit into that. Straight up and down. Everyone does not get to go. They can't. And if they're living life by default and not design, they definitely have no place in your life. And some people will eliminate themselves. And then there are others who we know are dead weight. They're too much of a burden. The friendship, the relationship, whatever ship has expired. And they're tired of being dragged. Okay? Some people are too heavy. All right. Don't drag. I'm heavy, y'all. Okay. If you seen me, I'm not skinny and I'm okay with that, but I'm heavy. And sometimes I've been too heavy for people, not even physically, maybe emotionally or spiritually or what, I'm human. Right. And so there are people's lives that I don't fit into. I'm like, if they for you, you definitely not for me. And that's the attitude that I have to have. And I offer that to you as well as you reposition individuals in your life or as you reposition yourself, right? It's important for us to be honest with ourselves as well about who it is that we can go with. Because some of us are trying to fit in or trying to go. And it's like, you have not been called to that. Or, that's old. You do not fit in. Could you see yourself in the picture? Is that how you really want to live your life? And you know me, how you live your life is your business. Okay. So as you create the life you want to live, remember that as well. All right. So I'm ready to drop the mic. And I want you to thank yourself for choosing to live. That was really put on my heart. And I'll say it again. Thank yourself for choosing to live. I don't know who that message is for. It's definitely for me though. And I don't know what your experiences have been like, what you have lived through, but thank yourself for living. Giving up is not always as easy as people make it seem. And we know that living is not easy. Okay. Some of us are making daily choices to be here. And some of us have had moments where we felt like we've been bloody, bowed and bruised, scarred, but we're still here. Right. So thank yourself for choosing life and choose life more abundantly. You have permission to live the life that you've been called to live. So live it. As I enter this new season in my life, I'm so grateful. I'm beyond grateful for each and every person who tunes in and joins me here on Get My Life Tour. As season 3 continues and eventually concludes, I just want to thank you for being here, okay? And for being so supportive and being about your business, being about yourself, your growth, your vulnerability, being in community with others. Thank you. As always, to stay connected with the Get My Life Tour, visit thegetmylifetour.com. Be sure to connect on social at the Get My Life Tour, and to stay connected with me and follow my work, my lifestyle posts, stay connected at Lydia T Blanco or visit my website, lydiatblanco.com. I am so excited about the next stop on the tour and all of the places that we are going. It has been an incredible season, and I look forward to taking center stage with you on the next stop. Until then, it has been real. Peace.